All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. This is Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on everything happening in Biafran territory. Now, let us go straight up to the issue this afternoon. The Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, in his live space on Earth, you know, had a very brief meeting, but it was more like a question and answer section, where he was able to address a lot of issues, that have been pending in the minds of so many people. And one of the issues he addressed that I love so much is the issue of why he is handling the Biafran freedom from exile, that is in Finland. And this has actually given me joy because so many agents and haters of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and haters of Mazdam Dekano have actually been asking questions. How can somebody in Finland be so powerful or wants to give Biafra to all the way from exile? And let me tell you, just the way the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko explained, this is not the first time it is happening. The reality is that most of the people who are criticizing the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa actually know the truth. Let me tell you the truth. Most of them are not even naive, as per se. Most of them know these things. But the reality is that when, a man is progressing, a man who you felt wasn't going to progress, a man who you felt, you were bigger than, is making is making it in life more than you must find a way. Some certain people will definitely want to find a way to bring that person down. That is that is the quality of a wicked person, a bad person. And that has actually been the quality that these so-called haters of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has actually exhibited over and over again. How can you be asking these kind of questions? How can you be finding something to always bring or talk down a man who, every Biafran has seen as a god? Let me just use a small god, because he has actually given hope to so many people, a lot of people. In fact, after the adoption of Mazinam Dekano, so many people lost hope, and the big question was, who is going to emerge, to carry on the mantle? Because take it or leave it, I knew that the DOS leadership, weren't capable of carrying people along, because they were not even keying in into what Mazanam Dekano was doing. If not, Mazanam Dekano would have been very, very, very persistent in mentioning, just the same way he was persistent in, talking about the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. The reality is that come today, at least Biafrans are seeing hope. We are seeing hope, and we are seeing where we are heading. So let us give you this brief address from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa on his S handle, where he addressed critical issues as usual. Do not forget to do the needful by subscribing to this channel, and make sure that you share this video to as many group and platforms as possible. Let us hear from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko.
Did not and will never give us enabling environment to compete and demonstrate that the people have given them vote of no confidence. So we cannot be on ground to challenge Nigeria. So for that reason, we are in exile and governing our people from exile. We are not the first to have done that. Only different is that our own is peculiar. because Nigeria as a terrorist state is ready to kill anyone, and especially the leaders of the so-called separatists, as they call them. They are ready to kill, jail, maim, in order to maintain one Nigeria. We have seen in the past how they have killed, maim, and imprisoned without justification other leaders of the Biafra movement. Currently, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were kidnapped from Kenya, renditioned to Nigeria, and have denied even right to his lawyers. So we that have learned from what has happened to others, we decided that we will unleash everything on Nigeria so that they too will learn the hard way. And that's what God have used many of us to do today. And we have just started. So I want you to understand the history of a country called Estonia. And what did I say? We are restoring a lost sovereign state of Biafra. And so what we are doing is not a declaration of Biafra. Declaration of Biafra has been done in 1967, recognized by many countries. And today, what we are doing is a process to restore the lost sovereign state of Biafra. I want you to underline that. We are restoring the lost sovereign state of Biafra. And what it means is that once Biafra is restored, we expect those countries that recognized Biafra in 1967 to validate their recognition. It is a process. They may take us for a ride, but at the end, it will become a reality. So, a country called Estonia, I want you to understand the difference between declaration and restoration of independent state. We are not declaring independence. Biafra has been declared. We are restoring it. Estonia restoration of independence, legally defined as the restoration of the Republic of Estonia. Estonia is a neighboring country to Finland in the Baltic countries. This country was proclaimed on the 20th of August 1991. On that day, at about 11 in the evening, the local time, the Supreme Council of the Republic of Estonia, in agreement with the Estonian Committee, the executive organ of the Congress of Estonia, declared the illegal Soviet occupation. So in that declaration, it was concluded that Russia, Soviet Union become an illegal occupation and an annexation of the country terminated. So, and proclaimed the full restoration of independence of Estonia. Underline the word, full restoration. What does that imply? What it means is that Estonia had enjoyed independence before becoming part of the Soviet Union. And so they decided to restore their lost sovereign state. In 1990, on March 30th, 1990, the Supreme Soviet of the Estonian SSR adopted a resolution on the state status of Estonia. The resolution declared that the Soviet occupation of 17 June 1940 did not de jure interrupt the existence of the Republic of Estonia. So which means Estonia has been in existence before the annexation in 1940. And even as that, they wake up one morning in 1990, after how many years? They say that this particular occupation by the Soviet Union did not de jure interrupt the existence of the Republic of Estonia. Even though they have occupied it for many years, they have come to realize that it did not actually interrupt their existence as a Republic of Estonia. So they wake up that day, it becomes their money. was the actual declaration of the restoration of independence that actually brought recognition to the Latvia. And I want you to Google Latvia population. Now, the reason I'm making this is just for you to underline the word restoration. And that's what Biafra government in exile and in the homeland are doing in 2024. Now, fast forward to the international law. I want us to go to the international law, what we're doing. And I would like to make reference to the Montevideo Convention. Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of State. How to recognize and what criteria you have to attain to be recognized as a state. This particular foundation the Biafra government has laid, and we have done the best than any other state has ever done. And I want you people to understand that when we are doing this, they will say, oh, Wazirike made a passport. Under which structure? Under which constitution? Under which instrument? Under which platform? Where is the structure of government of Wazirike? Where is the structure? Where is the government that Wazirike is releasing? Because that's what they do. They say, oh, Wazirike have done it. He released passport. He released a number plate. We are not doing the same. Now, you can print passport. You can print passport. You can print ID card. You can print a number plate. It doesn't make you a nation. It does not qualify you to be recognized under Montevideo Convention. Now, let me tell you what is different between us and Wazirike and the IPOB Nigeria that never fought for Biafra other than political pressure group. Until today, the difference is that we took our time to institute the internationally recognized way to be recognized as a state. Montevideo Convention, Article 1. Article 1 of the Montevideo Convention states, the state as a person of international law should possess the following qualifications. A, permanent population. I want you to now check every other group that has ever fought for Biafra. Have they ever defined the population of Biafra? 1. Article 1 of the Montevideo Convention under international law to be recognized as a state. Article 1 states that the qualification for you to be recognized as a state, you must possess a permanent population. Biafra government have done that through the registration of database and the self-referendum that is still ongoing. We have been able to debunk the lies of our population. Can you imagine where over 50 million has already voted? How many are we? How many are we? You can't tell how many Biafrans are in Nigeria. Everything is estimation, including the population of Nigeria. Nobody knows. It's estimated 200 million, estimated to 30 million, estimated every year. They will estimate. That is not exact because there is no data. The Biafra government in exile and the homeland has attempted to prove the data of Biafra. And today we have something very, very tangible and fact. Now, B, a defined territory. For you to be recognized as a state, you must have a defined territory. And I want to put it to you since 1976, 1967 to 70, to 76 to 83, to 1999, that the resurgence of Biafra struggle under Wazirike, nobody has ever brought up map of Biafra. A defined map of Biafra. A defined territory of Biafra until this government of Biafra of today, under the leadership of Simon Èkpá, we have defined our territory. And we will have 40 United States of Biafra. Well designed and explained. I am still in the Montevideo Convention. The political existence on Article 3, the political existence of the state is independent of recognition by other states. Even before recognition, the state has the right to define its integrity and independence, to provide for its conservation and prosperity, and consequently to organize itself as it sees fit, to legislate upon its interests, administers its services, and to define the jurisdiction and competence of its courts. The existence of this right has no other limitation than the exercise of the right of other states in accordance with international law. I want you to understand that exactly what the Biafra government have done perfectly well, because we come with template. We did not just come to make noise. We did not just come to do try and lock. I told you people, it is not about this Montevideo Convention that but I'm just telling you, I just want you to understand, it is beyond this. It is beyond this. And that's why nobody knows what is hitting Nigeria today, including Nigeria themselves. Because I came to this struggle or liberation prepared. Now, I want us to go to Article 6 of the Montevideo Convention. And so that when you are talking as somebody supporting the Biafra government, you will talk like a sensible person. That we are never the same with everything they have seen in the past. Number 6, Article 6 of the Montevideo Convention says, the recognition of a state merely signifies that the state which recognizes it accepts the personality of the other with all the rights and duties determined by international law. Recognition is unconditional and irrevocable. I want you to understand that with this particular article, those who have recognized Biafra of 1967, it is still valid, because this law says recognition is what? Irrevocable. It is us, our conduct, that will now convince them to continue the recognition of Biafra after 2024, December 2nd. They say that this recognition is unconditional and under international law and irrevocable. So you cannot take your recognition back. Biafra government have started a process for this recognition to continue. We have been able to delegitimize Nigeria, which the process is going to take a very long time. It is still ongoing. The sit at home is part of the delegitimization of Nigeria. When they tell you that people are suffering in Biafra, you think that they actually care because people are suffering? The answer is no. They don't care shit about you. Sorry about my language. They don't care. These people don't care if you die. How many people have died in northern Nigeria? Do they care? Are they not human beings? Are they not Nigerians again? Do you see them showing any concern? The answer is no. They share concern in the southeast. Oh, people are dying for sit at home. No! They actually understand the consequences of the sit at home as a vote of no confidence and as a loss of territory and legitimacy to the Biafra people. That's what they are shouting about. Not because of you. The people that they threaten to lock your shop if you don't open, does that show care? So what sense does it make? If you did not open your shop, we are going to lock it. So is that how to show you love? That you must open your shop, otherwise they are going to lock it. They are actually threatening you, doing the thing they are accusing Biafra of doing. So if you do not open your shop, we are going to lock it. And if you open one and you do not open, they will lock it for 1 month. You will never, they will see your shop forever and you will not sell again. Does that show you that they actually love you? So if somebody who actually cares that you are not going to shop to make money, is it by locking it up if you don't go? The answer is no, because they never care. They only care about restoring this particular integrity they have lost to Biafra government. That's all. Let us look at number 10, Article 10 of the Montevideo Convention. Article 10 says, the primary interest of state is the conservation of peace. Differences of any nature which arises between them should be settled by recognized specific method. This is what Biafra government has done, and we are bringing this to the table by making sure we recognize any differences that arise between us, and we settle it by a recognized specific method. Now tell me, what differences has Nigeria solved in the past 100 years? Nothing. They fuel ethnic differences, they fuel anarchy, animosity, they fuel ethnic cleansing, they sponsor terrorism, jihad against Christians, we Christians. They kill us, they burn our villages, kill our women and children, and they have never ever settled any differences of any kind. We are bringing a solution to that under Biafra government. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand that in this convention, we are going to unveil a lot of things in order to solidify the Biafra government. We will do wonders, including the unveiling of the Biafra currency, Ejema. Ejema will be unveiled. The constitution amended will be unveiled, voted for, and adopted in Finland. And why this is happening in Finland is because of the terrorist state of Nigeria that will never give us the enabling environment to challenge them in our homeland. So we challenge them from exile. And from exile, we will begin to fight for the recognition of Biafra using every international instrument available to us. And that particular international instrument available to us is not limited to our lobbying different groups, state, government, policy makers, decision makers, government officials, from the State Department to Congress to American Intelligence Agency, to all of them, because once they follow us, others follow them. The secret you don't know is what I didn't tell you. My fellow Biafrans, in Finland, everything will happen. And today, we've had everything that is needed to make this a reality. So I've just come this evening to let you understand the difference between us and them. And like I said, many propaganda will come. Stand firm. Stand firm. Do not panic. Do not move an inch, for the time to go home has come. The restoration of Biafra will be declared, it will be defended, and at the end of the day, those who believe in what we are doing, who believe in humanity, will recognize us, and at the long run, the shame will be upon the enemy. I will leave it here so I can entertain questions. And the media team, the Minister of Information and the Deputy, over to you from here. Thank you.
Mr. Jerry, over to you.
Oh, thank you, my able senior information minister, and we appreciate you, our PM. Thank you so much, His Excellency. Please, fellow Biafrans, as you have all listened to the PM, you will now agree that Nigeria has expiring date.
Mr. Jerry, we can't hear you from here. Greetings to all Biafrans. As you pick the mic, please go straight to the point. Mr. Jerry, if you have network issue, you can come down and then come up again.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes, we give the mic to Minister Success. Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans, whether you are listening or spacing from across the entirety of the globe. I say, Mechiko Kika Biama, bless you. For you not to have given yourself to these idiots who seek to devour the flesh of Biafra using some instruments of Nigerian states. In 2022, during the campaign, they used Peter Obi, and eventually we countered them and declared no election in Biafran territory. And out of 25 million registered votes, they could not boast of 3 million votes, even with the rigging. So now they have found a new job. They are advertising an online job, advertising online job, and the obedience who failed P2B are hanging on onto those jobs that we're going to sink them in no distance time. So hang on with our prime minister, hang on with the government, hang on with every of our laid down principles. It is Biafra or Biafra. There is nothing else. There is no option other than this. So thank you and welcome. Prime Minister, good evening, sir. And I want to emphasize on Article 3 of this very convention, this Montevideo Convention. Article 3. He said the political existence of the states is independent of recognition by other states. Full stop. The political existence of the states is independent of recognition by other states. It means that whether other states recognize you or not, let us continue so that I can finish what I want to say. Even before recognition, the state has the right to defend its integrity and independence, to provide for itself conversation and prosperity, and consequently to recognize itself as it seems fit. When PM said there's going to be a declaration of a declaration of a restored independent state of Biafra in Latvia, Finland, people are making jest, people are laughing, which kind of independence, who is going to recognize? The Article 3 said the political existence of the state is independent, not it depends, is independent of recognition by other states. Even before recognition from other states, the state has the right to defend its integrity and independence, to provide for its conversation and prosperity, and consequently to organize itself as it seems fit, to legislate upon its interests, administrate its services, to defend the jurisdictions and competence of its courts. The existence of this right has no other limitation than the exercise of the right of other states according to the international law. So please, I would want every learned Biafrans to go and download the PDF of this video convention. It is very, very important. There's going to be a lot of arguments rise after December 2nd, and we're going to use this agreement to stop them, this very convention to stop them. So PM, I want to only say one thing this evening, and that thing is Ojukwu was pressurized to give up on Biafra because they know United States of America is about to recognize Biafra. To wade into the afflictions of Biafra, they pressurized Ojukwu using this present obedience and make Ojukwu to flee out of Biafra and then postpone the Biafran independence. As you are, I know you are Nkume, Simon, you must resist the urge to give up. We must see the end of this very thing. America is about to wade into Biafran issue. I read from the news this evening that Joe Biden called that drug baron, and they were celebrating it. It shows the level of damage we have done. That even any threat from anywhere can call them and they will put it in their news. They should wait. After November 5th, Nigeria will go back to its humble state and Biafra will rise. So fellow Biafrans, disregard these idiots doing one thing or the other to distract, say they are exposing. They are not exposing, they have nothing to expose. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. In every case, in everywhere. So be strong. November is just a few days to come and December is here. We are going to restore our independence. And the part of it is irreversible, regardless of what we meet on the road. Thank you very much, PM. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Associates, for that. And I like what you said.
Hello,
You said
dear
that,
friends. Good evening.
please, can this person hold on? I'm
It is
talking
my
to.
esteemed
Can you hear
pleasure to
me?
speak today on the platform this evening.
Are you people hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. Protagonist, can you hold on until you're given the mic? PM, right on, please.
All right. So, Associates said that Ojukwu fled to exile before. Actually, that's a fact. He fled, and that's where I am now to continue until he is back. He's coming back with Biafra and as an independent and recognized state. I will be here to finish the job. I will be here, Biafra will be recognized. I will be here and set up a government in Biafra land. I will be here, there will be a transitional government in Biafra land before I come back. So, anybody that is, thinking twice about me, I've not started. If it is, if juju they want to do, I will do times 3. So whatever juju they can do. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. The protagonist that wanted to take the mic before now, over to you now.
Hello, great dear friends. Good evening. It is my esteemed pleasure.
The protagonist that wants.
Hello, good evening. Hello,
Yes, right on, protagonist.
good
Hear
evening,
you.
great dear
We can hear
friends.
you right on.
Hello, am I communicating?
Yeah.
Am
We
I
can
coming
hear
out?
you right on. We can hear you
Yeah,
right
it
on,
is
right
my
on.
esteemed. Yeah, it is my esteemed pleasure to speak to this hallowed gathering of the greatest of the Indians of being in our space to request them to speak. I've always listened, always tried to write a lot of things on a personal level. And I must say, as a matter of fact, that our PM is on a top gear. He's doing the excellent job. Our people back home are very happy. People back home forget about this the Twitter handout receivers who come online to, there's a lot of hunger in Nigeria. There's a lot of hunger, and people will take up anything. People will take up the most minute of thoughts to speak. They would like to express and say anything you tell them to do because of the peanut and handout you give to them. Because there's a hunger in Nigeria right now. And they can do a lot of shit, both sabotage. And I must say, as a matter of fact, that everything our PM is doing, the people are receiving it with great gratitude. The people are happy and the people are saying thank him. Although the people are passing through a lot of difficulties, because freedom does not come without sacrifices. I know I'm coming out clear. Freedom does not come without sacrifices. Freedom and people are not really comfortable. He said a lot of wrong things about the PM, but the fact is they are willing to go the extra mile to ensure that he succeeds this time around. That's the fact. People are willing to do the extra miles to ensure that he succeeds. So the fact is, whatever it is our PM is doing, he must do so with utmost carefulness. He must ensure that he doesn't make any mistake. Our people are watching and praying fervently to ensure that this comes to a fruition. Thank you. I'm okay for now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, protagonist. Adande Mbonande Gede. Are you there? Honorable Adande Mbonande Gede, are you there? Okay, we go to David Nana. Over to you.
Thank you so much, my Honorable Minister of Information and Deputy Minister of Information as well. Obatobie, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic Government in exile. I want to appreciate you once again for coming today to speak to Biafrans as well and allay their fears. I must confess, Obatobie, you are half human, half spirit. And you demonstrated that when you tweeted some time ago that you are an Agbara. And today as well, you said for the latecomers, you brought out your photo
that was taken when you are even still a baby, when you don't know whether Biafra is coming or not. And it's titled, For the Latecomers, The Midget. I want to appreciate you for what you are doing and what you have done for the Biafran people. Our PM, you have dotted all the dots. I have crossed all the T's. We have a government. We have the military to back it up. We have our map and a defined population. This restoration of the independent state of Biafra, you said, will be binding on the countries that have recognized Biafra when it was first declared. And I want to ask you, sir, should there be delay on other countries when Biafra is redeclared, when Biafra is restored? Can we still be using the documents of Biafra within these countries that have recognized Biafra before, and this declaration is pending on, depending when others come on board? That's my first question.